Greetings and salutations, viewer. It is I, Eric J. Chucky, joined as always by the boy.
Hello.
This is the Two Nerds podcast, and
And that's our podcast. Have a good day, everyone.
yeah. This is one of the grab bag guys, but it's the new format, so who gives a shit?
That's just how it works.
That's how it works. We begin with what, there's going to be something on the title card. There's going to be some kind of pithy title.
We don't know that yet.
No, I'll figure that out after we record it, and I see what we talk about the most, or what looks like it would grab the most clicks. We start out with what's crumping, and I have to begin by asking my dear friend, what's crumping with you?
Well, I have been continuing to play Elden Ring.
Do you like, you're doing a new, not a challenge run, but like a specific rules run?
A themed run,
yeah.
I guess. So, much has been made, if you watch our Elden Ring playthrough, of the way I play Elden Ring. Which is to say, the yakety sax music turns on, and then I run through that bitch until there's a boss battle that I want to fight. So, for this playthrough, it's a New Game Plus playthrough of the one I've been just doing on my own, not the game run that is on the channel. I decided to go with a themed run. I've always wanted to use Dane's footwork. I think it's really cool. It's one of the DLC weapons I was most excited to use once I found it. I have equipped it on, characters in the past as like a fun weapon to use when fucking around, but I really wanted to try a whole run using that weapon. I think it's really cool. So I grabbed Dane's footwork, and then his clothes, aside from his hat, which you have to do a different thing to get, put on one of those blindfolds, and now I am a warrior monk. I do not seek to start trouble, but if trouble finds me, come catch these hands. So I fight all the enemies who attack me as I'm making my way through the game. It is a vastly different and much slower experience.
Oh, yeah.
And some of the DLC zones seem to be almost designed for you to run through. Enemies seem to be more designed as like parkour hazards than things you intend to fight. Because if you stop to fight them, it is a fucking grueling slog. The main game's mostly just been fun.
And this perhaps speaks to why on my New Game Plus run, I really had a good time fighting those enemies in the DLC, because they were really, really tough.
It's very intentionally designed for you to be the kind of person who wants to fight all the guys.
Yeah.
Or for it to be parkour shit that you have to get past, because if you stop to fight them, they will fuck you up.
Yeah.
I feel like it's making me better at the game, which is fun. I feel like I did the secondary quest to get Dane's hat and the Dryleaf Arts, which is a slightly different moveset, very similar item. And now I'm dual wielding those two things with two different attunements so that I have a mixed kind of damage. And it actually is working out incredibly well. It's really fun. I'm having a great time doing it. And I while away what free hours I have, because my day job's actually quite busy right now, just listening to YouTube and doing that. But I have made special time to watch some more Yu Yu Hakusho.
The podcast is eventually coming. Our patron is so delightfully patient. I'm all done. I actually finished Yu Yu Hakusho. Was that this week? This week feels really long.
If not this week, then after we recorded last week.
It was. And what a phenomenal series. I'll give my full thoughts on it later, but it is coming. I'm just waiting on this gentleman here.
It's still taking me a while to get through the last bits. It's like I saved some X-Men 97 for myself for 20 years, and no more Yu Yu Hakusho is getting made. So there's this extremely strong desire to husband it, because the theme song is a psychological buoy in tough moments. So I want to get through it so I can talk about it with my friend here, because it is so delightfully unlooked for that something from my childhood is something he actually likes.
This is the second time this has happened in recent memory. I also read more so just the first book, but the Abortion trilogy, the original 3. They got very different after that, so
I've only ever read the original 3 also, to be fair.
And I really liked the first one a lot. I don't know, man. I just like going back and seeing things people like. That's why I've been watching Barney Miller, which I only have one season of left now. Those of you who've been on the Barney Miller Odyssey with me. It really falls off in season 7 and 8. After Yamana passes away, because his actor passed away.
Right.
The show, I wouldn't say it goes downhill. It's just not as good. They still have some really strong moments, but they really have lost something connective, I feel. But the characters are still strong. Have you been up to anything else, pal?
I just today watched, I think, the first few. I haven't been keeping track. I've been binge watching it because that's how I like to do things. Episodes of X-Men 97 Season 2. I will not be spoiling it here. That comes later.
Yeah, we will talk about it. We have like 5 Marvel shows to catch up on that we actually want to catch up on.
It's just... I'm gonna be real with you, man. Big boy adult life is not always pleasant. But X-Men 97 continues to be peak unlooked for. I live in a great, in terms of entertainment properties at least, a great timeline.
The bread's pretty good too.
Yeah, bread's good. We got bread and we got shows.
Stumbled into my joke there, he did.
I did not, straight up, I didn't get it. And then I said it, and I was like, oh, yeah, that was very clever.
that was what I was aiming at. Speaking of entertainment, my brain has been, for the last month, trying to get me to play an MMO. I think I've talked about this on the show before. You and I, that is not to say you, viewer, but the boy here, which is, you're what, 37 now?
Yeah, I'm pretty old.
Adult the boy.
I don't normally actually go by the boy in day-to-day life these days, but it's my name on here, and there's no use changing it.
He goes by Sir Sigmund the Manslayer. He might now. That he kind of took to that.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
So anyway, we used to play a lot of World of Warcraft together. And the last time we got into Warcraft was a couple of years ago. And we both signed up for it. We got the expansions. We were all caught up on everything. I leveled to max. We ran some dungeons. And the more I did, the more I wasn't as fond of the experience. Most of the problem there is Mythic Plus dungeons. While we were gone, they introduced a new difficulty of endgame dungeon that you need to speed run under a certain timer. So people practicing for that kind of dungeon and geared up with incredible gear would tank the whole dungeon. And that basically means that if you get one of those tanks,
you're sprinting.
Yeah, you're not really doing anything. The tank is taking care of the whole dungeon more or less.
The tank is trying to learn the parkour of the dungeon, trying to learn the speed routes. That's not fun for me, man.
No, that's not why I do that.
I theorize that exact play pattern is what kicked me out psychologically of Warframe.
Oh, sure. Yeah, it's very speed run heavy. If you're not doing... That's why when I was playing Warframe, I liked doing the missions where you're defending something. Because then waves of enemies come at you. You don't have to worry about getting to the end. And you can just sit there and shoot guys and use your powers and stuff. But obviously, to get through Warframe, you have to play plenty of the speedrun missions. You can also play alone and take it at your own pace, but...
Some of those missions are real hard alone.
Yeah, a couple of them I've had to get some help for. I'm off of Warframe now because I hit the part of the game where you have to actually optimize your build, and fuck that noise. Nothing is going to drive me out of something faster than someone saying, no, you don't understand. You have to look up the guide on the internet to play the game right. Okay, never mind.
Well, that's not a game anymore. That's a job.
Yeah, that's all right.
That's a job that I'm paying to play.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
No. So, yeah, as much as I'd like to get back into WoW, I booted it up and was like, yeah, this ain't it. It feels different. And I also speculate, can you tell that nothing huge happened this week for us? I also...
some good gamer news.
Yeah, we got news to get to. We got Nerds React, but we will get to it. I speculate that another part of it is, because I kind of remembered I did like leveling, questing content, but it wasn't... The way the time traveling thing works, where you select an expansion, I really liked it at first because it was like, oh, I can just go through this. But you end up max level
way faster than the end of the expansion.
Halfway through the main story content. And I don't even mean like the whole shebang. I mean like halfway through what would have first dropped with the expansion.
Halfway through what was intended to get you to max level in whatever expansion you're playing.
Right. Not the extra content afterward.
Not the end game content from that expansion.
No.
Just
And
the story.
So, and the game really wants you to stop playing and go back to the whatever the current content is in retail. I know a lot of you are probably already, all 27 of you that comment every week, and we love each and every one of you that really exist for it, are thinking right now, why not just play Classic? And I hate that this is my answer. I do. It's ugly.
Yeah, it's such a thing for you to say that specifically.
Well, it is and it isn't. Okay, this has long been a problem I've had. I don't think WoW is that bad, but I think the races I'm most interested in playing look really awful in the older graphics. And if you guys watch any of the PlayStation games we played, I hate N64 PSX graphics, like the first half of their existence.
I wouldn't really call WoW that tier of graphics. It's certainly above that.
It's a little bit above that, absolutely, but it's especially, well, but when it dropped, it wasn't far after that.
You hate sort of the pillowy, marshmallowy look a lot of stuff had in that era.
Low poly, low texture, or even no texture, sometimes awkward texture. The really rough color gradients. Like, I don't need it to be gorgeous. I just need it to not look crappy. And especially when you've got old Tauren models next to modern Goblin models, it stands out.
Yeah, they kind of got mush feet.
And yeah, just the female trolls, those poor women. And just a lot of the options and quality of life. I love well, not all of them, but most of the allied races. I think they're really cool. I don't get to play those in Classic. I wish there was a version of WoW I could play where there was a dungeon finder that didn't demand I, also be practicing for Mythic Plus. Because I don't do endgame content. I don't like it. I'm not here for the grind. I'm not here I don't have, the desire to compete and be first. And
I think in my time in WoW, I only ever played endgame content with any length. That is to say, oh good, I'm got to max level. Well, time to go to a new ult. I only ever actually did the endgame content on 2 characters my entire time I played WoW. Both were paladins.
Yeah.
One was a tank, one was a healer.
But because of the try-hard nature, and I mean that in the kindest way, just descriptive, of the endgame content, because you're trying to hit these other levels of difficulty, I know how to make a comparison to this. I play Marvel Rivals on the default mode. I don't play ranked. I'm not here to sweat. Do I still get upset at bad team comps and players that are being really aggressively belligerent? Yeah, sure, because we're all trying to have fun and play a game. I don't need the added pressure of trying to go for platinum or whatever. I'm not here for that. And in the same way, once you get to endgame WoW, I don't want to worry about my minus 50 DKP.
I'm all, I think maybe I also did some healing on a druid back in the day at max level, but that was very secondary to the paladin.
When you and I first picked up WoW again, we were going through Shadowlands, whatever the one in the afterlife was.
Yes, it felt very separate from the rest of the world.
It did, and it was kind of cool because we were going through these afterlives, but if we didn't hit the max level for leveling, we were getting really close to it, and so I looked at a guide to see how much content was left.
We weren't even halfway through the first zone.
Well, and the first zone, the one specific afterlife, is the main one. The rest are just, like, mini zones.
Right.
So, I don't know, man. The content feels, I don't know, uneven. I loved going through Zandalar in the War for Azeroth expansion. I think that's the right one. Battle for Azeroth, maybe it is. That was really fun and cool, and I did it when that was live. If I went through that now, I doubt I'd get to Baron Samedi. Juan Samedi, excuse me. And that zone was really fun. I doubt I would get to hang out with the cool frog god. That was a really memorable experience. And it's just like, okay, now go to the current stuff because that's what's fun. Don't you really care about Feet Dagger Woman? Isn't she a good villain? She's not a good villain, and I don't care about her.
Look, man, if you had... this is the first I'm finding out about this character. I will say that much of his frustration is now more clear to me. Oh, there's a character who's feet-centric. Yes, White Raven would be mad about that.
She also is a dagger. But now she's not a dagger.
Okay, but...
She's got a plan.
I don't give a shit.
The plan is too complicated for you.
I don't care.
The plan is stupid. It's like you're experiencing new worlds and stuff and like underground shit, and that's cool. But like the stuff they're showing you is fine. It just didn't really buy me in much. But regardless, moving along from that, I like the Earthen. I think they have a cool culture. WoW. I talked about WoW for a long time. What I actually ended up doing...
I wasn't going to say...
We have nothing to... This new. We're going to get to the reacts, and it's going to fill up the other half of the podcast. I started playing Final Fantasy XIV again. I've notoriously had an issue with it. And every time I played it, I haven't had a good time. And I think that is for the reasons I played it when I did. Reason number one was... I was trying to play with other people, and I expected it to be like WoW. So I was trying to go for healers, because that way I could get into dungeons easier.
Right.
That's not really how Final Fantasy XIV works. And I kept being pressured, because I like to take things slow. I am not the kind of gamer, in any sense of the word, who gets a new game and is done with it at the end of the week, all 40 plus hours. That is not me. So when there's a new expansion or a new MMO or whatever, I am not level capped and trying to do endgame content immediately. See, all the stuff I said about, wow, that was set up. That's definitely, there was a reason for that. And then the other time, because I've heard so much about how A Realm Reborn is not very good compared to the rest of Final Fantasy XIV, I was trying to rush my way through it. So I was playing the best solo class, which I guess is Pugilist/Monk, so I could get there faster. I'm not really interested in Monk. I've played like half of one in Dungeons and Dragons, ever. I don't think they're bad or anything. They just don't light my fire, that's all. I resented the whole journey, and trying to look back, and this was just a couple of years ago, I barely remember anything that happened in this incredibly story-centric game.
And today?
I've been playing it for about this weekend. And I'm having a way better time. I rolled a Viera, which is awesome, because Viera and Hrothgar are free with the base game now.
Nice.
And those are actual Final Fantasy races. The humans and the elves are too, but those are just humans and elves. You can't swing a dead cat and not hit humans and elves in a fantasy game. Big man and little man, not Final Fantasy races. I'm not excited to be in the world of Final Fantasy, where, tall greenish fellow always is.
Or Monchichi.
Yeah, or Monchichi. These ones are less Monchichi than the Final Fantasy XI ones.
I've seen pictures. They're still pretty Monchichi.
They're more like potato people. Just little tater fellas. Cabbage Patch kids.
Tater fellas, I like that.
Small potatoes. And so the VR is really helping me out, and I'm just kind of, I'm chill. I'm not in a rush. I'm just trying to enjoy the game. And wow, wouldn't you fucking know it? Taking my time and enjoying the game is a great way to enjoy the game.
Yep, that'll help.
Who could have believed? Did you have anything else to report?
I would absolutely love to have something else to report to cap off this little segment. I do not. All
right. Well, would you like me to, right now, ad-lib reading the ad read for our stuff?
You know what? I think I would like that.
There is a link tree in the description. There you can find our Discord, where you can come chat with us and other members of the trash pile. We mostly talk about wrestling right now, but if you want to talk about other stuff, be the change you want to see in the world. I do have books. The long-running COLT REGAN series is Urban Fantasy, and Red Company is a cozy lit RPG isekai fantasy story, not progression fantasy. It is the first in a planned trilogy. There's also our Patreon, just $1 a month that gets you gameplay videos a week early, access to any limited series we're doing, and exclusive videos, as well as at higher tiers, TTRPG content, with Wizards and Whites, my fantasy TTRPG, and Giallo Punk, which is based on the same universe as the COLT REGAN novels. You can get episodes of Violent Profiles a month early. You can tell us what to podcast about, what games to play, and a little bit more. There's a little bit of everything on there. If you could, like the video, leave us a comment, letting us know how you felt about our content today, and subscribe to the channel so you know when the next video drops. Moving on. Guys, they're building a Freddy Fazbear's Pizza.
Once again.
Is this the bite of 27?
Once again, do not build the Torment Nexus from the novel Do Not Build the Torment Nexus. When, in, say, 20 years, when they open Jurassic Park, I'm not fucking going, dog. I'm not going to Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. Is it going to be a perfectly normal Chuck E. Cheese ripoff / like, recursive loop ripoff at this point? Yeah. Are there actually going to be children getting bitten by haunted animatronics? No, because this is the real world. I'm still not fucking I'm not trouble in trouble. I'm not going to Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria. And you shouldn't either.
So many children did not get bit or diddled at Freddy Fazbear's. I would go. And I'm not a child. I'm a 40-year-old man.
Yeah, I know you would go.
They're pretty safe there.
I know you would go.
Well, and so, okay, but like, I do really love animatronics and this exact kind of cheesy-ass cultural nonsense. And so seeing like a polished version of that...
You know it won't be. It will be intentionally shit. It will be intentionally, like, cheap and shitty looking. If they know what they're doing, they're gonna make it look like it's gonna be a horror movie restaurant. They're not gonna genuinely do Freddy Fazbear's Fun Time Pizzeria.
I don't want to go if it's scary.
It will be scary.
That's not
fair.
It
will be a jump scare pizza parlor.
I want to have a pizza, and I want to press the button on the robot that goes Gande.
I know, but
who would do this?
The people who would make a Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria would do this.
Miss Rockafire. All right, fine. Well, let's talk about something not at all scary and perfectly normal for children. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre is being reimagined in hand-drawn animated style from the art director of A Scanner Darkly.
That'll probably be really good.
That I might sit down and watch. The original Texas Chainsaw Massacre is graphic, but, you know, like 70s graphic, and a bit silly.
It looks extremely cheesy.
Yeah.
By modern standards.
Now, we will ignore the fact that a woman is actually injured.
Yeah.
And filmed for a long time.
Well, see, all right, so fun fact about movie making. And sometimes pro wrestling. Normally, the thing that actually injures you isn't the thing that looks the best on camera.
No. But I might actually sit down and check that out. Leatherface was always my favorite of the horror movie villain icons. The classic ones, anyway. So I may sit down and revisit.
Mine, I'd say, back in the day was Freddy.
Well, yeah, absolutely.
But Scary Terry really, really opened my eyes there. He does say bitch, like, more than you expect.
Brother, the second movie still exists. It's fine.
Yeah, it's still really good.
It's still so peak. And then at the end, you get a regular cheesy Nightmare on Elm Street like the rest of the movie hadn't just happened.
Yeah, it's nice. But, you know, Pinhead's there. He's got
he's solid. He's still really solid.
He's got my back.
Yeah. D23 happened, and there's so much news. There's
so much.
News.
Yeah, it's just we got a bunch of shit dropped on our heads, and I've been excited to talk about this since the news dropped.
About all the new parks.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got Villains Land, you got Encanto Land, you got Coco Land, you got Monsters Inc. Land.
Sure.
You love all of that.
All the old properties are like 70, 80 years old now. If you want to continue bringing in the young crowd, you should probably make stuff based on the movies. They actually know.
All right, and I think that's all the D23 news we have.
If you take this from me.
It would be thoroughly deserved. But no, I would not. Please take the lead on this, my friend.
We got another special look trailer at Doomsday. God Bless you, Kevin Feige. I'm it's in now. I'm in. I'm locked in. The hopium mask is on. He can do it. I believe. I believe in Tony Stark. I believe in Robert Downey Jr. He can be Victor Von Doom. He's him, man.
With a voiceover that is clearly him, with everyone calling him Victor, he might end up still being an Elseworlds Tony Stark, but like,
I've seen all sorts of theories. I've seen theories that there's two Dooms, and one of them's Tony, and one of them's a different secret actor that we're not revealing until the movie comes out.
So I've had theories about this, because Rivals is also building to Doomsday. That's happening at the end of the year. They've had like a timeline for what's going on in Marvel Rivals. And the main villain of Marvel Rivals is Doom 2099. He's lost his shit and he's out for revenge. There is symmetry, because they are both Doom, in the story beats they're showing for Green Doctor Doom in the Avengers Doomsday and the 2099 Doom in Rivals.
And also, if you watch the trailer, there are two very distinct outfits that Doom is wearing in very similar scenes. Speculation is either one of those is fake and it's a different character. Marvel loves to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Or that one of them is the face Doom, played by Robert Downey Jr., and heel Doom, played by somebody else. Add to that there are close-ups of Dr. Doom's eyes in the mask, in the trailer. Two different ones, and they look like different sets of eyes.
I feel like, even if they do the least appetizing version of this story, I think they're gonna cook.
Yeah, look, this is me sharing the speculation with you. I don't care if it's true. If it's true, great, peak. If it's not, great, peak. Maybe Doom just has a couple different fits he likes to change between because he got that shit on, though. Because he does got that shit on, though.
Might be life model decoys.
Yeah, some of them might be Doombots.
Yeah.
I don't care. I've seen enough. I've know enough. I am enough. It's real. It's gonna happen. Doom is gonna come to the screen, and he's gonna be Doom at long last. And my own special little joy, when the first trailer dropped for Doomsday, I made the mistake of going and looking at the feedback from the people online. And everyone's like, oh, Marvel's washed. This isn't gonna be any good. And then this trailer dropped. And ain't nobody fucking saying that no more.
It looks really, really solid. Very excited. Yeah, I'm also excited for Vision Quest is finally coming out. I don't want to go too far into the weeds on everything that's going on here, but they are bringing a lot of concepts of classic Marvel stories together, and I am very hyped.
Yeah, we get some fun returns.
Fun incarnations.
Yeah, and I don't know, man. Paul Bettany's really good. This is probably going to be really good and fun.
Spader's also, pretty solid. So this...
Oh, what's that? Spader? Why would he be there?
Why indeed? We've known this for months as fans. But yeah, I encourage you guys to check out the trailer. I really don't want to get too far in the weeds on all of it, just because I don't have any notes here, and I would sound like an idiot. But I have seen several of these concepts being inside Vision's head, and these people all together. I remember when Ultron had his big banquet. I can't remember who was there. This is why I don't want to go in detail, but
I'm looking forward to taking the Vision Quest.
Yeah, this is going to be pretty good, and I'm a little excited as to what might come out of it. This is coming out before Doomsday, so you have to figure this is going to lead into Doomsday. So there's going to be important stuff.
I hope it does. I hope Vision's in Doomsday.
That would be solid.
I hope he does a big fight. I hope maybe my boy gets out of jail, and we get to see Ultron in Doomsday also.
Ugh.
One Free last my boy. Thing. He didn't do nothing wrong. He did. He did though.
He did a lot of stuff that probably was not a good idea. The last thing we do want to talk about in terms of nerd news, You said gaming news earlier. I don't think there was a single
No, it's just a category.
category. I understand. I wanted to make sure I hadn't missed something. They have announced the main cast for the untitled X-Men movie.
We are doing officially a full reboot.
I will say there are some spoilers for recent Marvel properties here. So if you haven't seen any of the Marvel properties that have dropped this year, maybe skip ahead.
Yeah, skip to the next segment.
Yeah, you can tell by the background there, not the commercials above my friend's head, the image.
That's just what's playing in my robot brain at all times.
Yeah, I forced them in there. He loves jingles from 80s and 90s commercials.
That's all I'm made of.
Yep.
So, we have, you know what, I'll skip the big spoiler one, and we'll go back to it. Kit Connor as Scott Summers.
He's the main character in Ready Player One.
Good casting for Scott Summers.
Yeah, I already hate him.
He's got the right face for it. Christopher Abbott as Professor Charles Xavier.
I'm neutral on this, so long as the man can be shaved.
Or, you know what, pull off a bald cap. I don't care which. You gotta be bald.
What if it's one of those shitty ones and they don't even, blend it? He's just got that thing on.
He's, got the little poof that happens when you don't secure it properly. Yeah. I would go with shaving, brother. But No, you're not. You've got too big a set of boots to fill. You can't sit in Jean-Luc's chair. So you just got to do your own thing. James McAvoy did his own thing and it worked out okay. Do your own thing and it'll be fine.
Oh no, what if it's original comics Charles Xavier?
You know what? No, not oh no. The fucking people deserve to know what Chuck is actually like.
He's so gross though.
He's a piece of shit. I love every adaptation of Charles Xavier because they are all much better people than Chuck. Samara Weaving as Emma Frost.
I think this is visually very good casting. I'm not really familiar with her.
Having her as one of the main lineup in the starting lineup is a very interesting divergence. A lot of her energy as a member of the X-Men is kind of defined by her backstory with them and the sort of weaving path she took to becoming an X-Man. Her being in the original lineup makes that a very different story, and I'm interested to see where they go.
Is she going to be in the original lineup of the X-Men, or is she a competing school as she was in the early comics?
I mean, that would be pretty cool, but I think probably not. I would be surprised, but delighted, I will say.
Yeah, I think there's options, is kind of what I'm saying.
With apologies, I do not know how to say this last name. Indy, I believe it's Navarrete.
That's what it looks like to me. Indy, if you're upset about that, could you comment down below, please? Thank you very much.
With your official YouTube account.
Yes, that would be a really cool idea for you. You know what? Get on a burner.
As Rogue, this is visually excellent casting. I have not seen the thing that she has most recently been in that made everyone like her.
I haven't either. I've just seen clips from it, and she's really good.
Every clip I've seen, she's fantastic,
really
but I haven't seen the whole movie. I want to be super clear, nor will I be seeing it.
No, it's...
it definitely looks like a movie I would not enjoy watching.
Fucking downer. I used to love watching horror movies. Now I love reading Wikipedia summaries of
We do
movies.
schlocky comic book movies and fun times here. This is not our vibe. But, you know what? Rogue has a lot of darkness as a character, and if you can pull that out, I am happy to see it done. Maya Boyd as Storm.
She's relatively unknown. Did some big Broadway stuff, I think you researched.
Did a couple plays on Broadway. Probably has been an actor for a long time before that, because you don't exactly start out on literally Broadway.
No.
But I'm not a theater actor guy. I'm not a theater guy, so I don't know anything about this person. I will say it's visually perfect casting for a young, sort of up-and-coming Storm. I always visualize Storm as more of like a fully adult woman.
I think that's a lot of it, the portrayal in the original animated series.
Yes, absolutely. Well, because that's,
She's got such a commanding voice.
And in the comics, she's the fucking leader of the X-Men for, 20 years or
Well,
shit?
yeah, but you gotta figure the last guy who was good at it that preceded her, because Nightcrawler was not good at it. Even Nightcrawler would tell you he was not good at it. Was Scott, who was all of 19 when it started.
Yeah, that's fair. But I think this could be great casting, so long as you have the pomp and circumstance. Every version of Storm talks performatively.
Sure.
She talks her shit, and she's very self-confident. Do that. Be cool. That's very challenging, because it's hard to do that on purpose. And I think you'll do well. And then the casting I'm most excited for, one, because it's the actor I know super well. And two, because holy shit, this is Patrick Stewart tier perfect casting.
I have been wishing for this.
This is, you get a peanut butter cup. They're finally doing one of your headcanons.
Yes.
Adam Driver is playing Nathaniel Milbury. For those of you who don't necessarily know, that is, at least almost certainly, Mr. Sinister.
I have to say, it's a little weird that they're putting Mr. Sinister in a movie where he can't do his favorite thing to do, and that's make the perfect mutant using the genes of Scott Summers and Jean Grey.
Why, it's almost as if I skipped somebody right at the beginning. Sadie Sink has returned, reprising her role from the most recent Spider-Man movie as Jean Grey.
I'm really, especially with that version of the character, I'm really looking forward to the dynamics here.
The dynamic between her and Kit Connor is going to be very interesting. And Adam Driver as Mr. Sinister is fucking peak.
He's going to devour that scenery. There is going to be a good soup tier line in that film.
Yeah, he's gonna. Kylo Ren is the best part of the sequel movies. Second best Babu Frick is literally we're on the same page. And he's gonna do excellent. I'm so excited. I'm so ready. My body is ready.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this. I'm looking forward to the new spin.
Yeah, do some new shit.
Yeah.
Look, we've seen a million different. You guys have adapted the starting lineup and the Phoenix saga 40 bajillion times now across different mediums. Stop it. Get some help.
We might be walking into a post-Phoenix saga Jean, technically speaking.
I don't think so. This is just a Jean who has her, full set powers.
Well, yeah, but that's what I'm saying, though, is that she's already committed the atrocity.
Well, I mean, they're not exactly on the same scale. That's probably for the best, though.
That man had a safety vest on. He only had good intentions. But it's not that bad, but she's already coming off of something that has parallels to Dark Phoenix.
Yeah, she's already embraced the darker side of her potential.
I'm not saying they're not going to do the Phoenix saga.
Please fucking don't.
I would rather they
Please
don't.
Fucking don't.
But I'm not. It's right there, and it looks so delicious.
Please stop it. I swear to God, the X-Men have more stories than the Phoenix saga. I swear, dude. Don't do Living Pharaoh either, though. I
don't know. That could be problematic, but fun. You know what? Bring my guy Garrock into this.
Yeah, why
You
not?
give me some Garrock, and I'm that is a peanut butter cup and a half. Yeah. What else is there to say? I'm thrilled. We're finally here, guys. It's coming. It's
2028 but it'll be.
That's so soon. That's slightly over a year away.
Man, the COVID era really fucked with my expectations as to how long it takes to make movies.
We're in the future now. Also, we're in 2026. 2028 is just a couple years.
So it is. On the one hand, I'm turning to dust. On the other hand, all right, I'm turning to dust.
We watched Dynamite again.
Yeah, it was good again.
Honestly, overall, I had a pretty good time, even though I hate everything that's happening.
You know what? Actually, that's a really good compliment.
Yeah, I guess.
I hate all of this, but it was pretty good.
The women's division is still pretty strong.
Yeah.
I don't really like their tag champions right now, but whatever.
Their tag champions are pretty bog standard big heels.
Yeah, I just don't care about them.
I like if I'm not hallucinating, and the big one, the angel one,
Megan Bain.
Yeah, thanks. Is making her hat slightly bigger every week.
It's solid work.
Peak.
It's good stuff.
Absolutely based. I keep doing it.
I like the stuff going on with Statlander. I think that's some very good mid-card bullshit. And I like the stuff going on with Willow, obviously. It was nice to see Jack in a long match, even if that match had to be against Jon Moxley.
He was destined to lose that, but they really put on a show.
Yeah.
Maya World is incredibly impressive for how relatively green she is, and though every week they show me more Maya World, I am more bought in. I'm rooting for her. This is the first believable underdog in a long time.
I said that while we were watching that she is better than Julia Hart was when we first started watching and got into her before she was goth. I actually might amend that to say that she is better than Julia Hart.
Julia Hart's been in the tag scene for long enough that I'd like to see her in singles a bit.
I think Julia Hart's probably a better talker because they don't put Maya on the mic.
There's probably a reason for that.
Yeah. But if you want our full thoughts anytime we watch wrestling, it's not usually the right day of the week because life gets in the way. You can get to our Discord, as I mentioned earlier, and we kind of live tweet it, but not on a defunct platform that has had its eyes crossed out. We have but one wrestling news story to react to. It's Poggers. Does that kid still say that?
Sure.
All right. Kofi, formerly known as Kingston, now known as Sarkodie Mensah, which is his real name.
Can I just take a second to say yet another instance of the wrestler's real name being a million times better than their fake name? Moving on.
Has copyrighted his real name and his initials KSM for merchandise.
Good. Yes.
Well, trademarked it, excuse me.
Soon.
Yep. It's quite thrilling. I am as pessimistic as I am about anything when I'm not in the throes of a depressive fit about Wembley. I don't think I'm going to like any of the results.
I don't think I'm going to like the results of Wembley either.
But there might be some cool stuff happening there, so you takes what you can.
Look, I mean, at the end of the day, I want to see the big show. Wembley,
I prefer Taz.
All In has become he did get a laugh. I want you to know that. It was funny.
Thank you. Yeah.
Has become my WrestleMania. I'm here for it. I want to watch it. I want to be bought in. I want you to win me back over. But you gotta do it. And you gotta do it every week.
I'm going to get my own shit in because we have nothing else to say about wrestling.
Yeah, go for it.
I was really proud of the fact that I consistently called Paul White Wide Taz all last week. I think that was a good bit.
He does bits. He does bits in the Discord. You're missing bits if you're not hanging out in the Discord.
You don't have to talk. You can just lurk and then think about how funny I am. And then every now and then throughout the day, I'll be like, oh, someone likes me.
You know what?
I'll feel it.
Put a little laugh rating on the post.
Sure, there's that. Or if you whisper to the east, I will hear it.
Okay.
It's time for mail fraud.
Yeah, let's steal some shit.
We're going to steal from the All Elite Games podcast first.
So, some grave robbing to start our day.
I hope not. I hope it's more like hospital bed robbing.
You know what? Honestly, that sounds worse.
It does. They're going to get out and they're going to be like, oh, where's my mail? Yeah, they've been defunct for a while. These are letters originally intended for Evil Uno and the Chugs, better known as Adam Cole. They had a gaming podcast. It is currently on hiatus because of network deal shenanigans. So, yeah, that's fine. Robbie, who I guess is probably Robbie Rotten, writing us from the Great Beyond, asks, is there a game from earlier in your life that you revisited as an adult, but still could not beat? Could not beat. That's interesting.
Oh, this is perhaps not the most fun. No. I'm goated.
Gave up on is maybe an answer for me. For 2 examples I have off the top of my head, when I was streaming, you could have watched me try and play the 7-Up Cool Spot Super Nintendo platformer, which I owned as a child because I was obsessed with the 7-Up Cool Spot. He was cool. I went as him for Halloween once. It's just a big red circle with sunglasses. And it's not bad, but it is frustrating.
Now, there are games from my childhood I will cop to no longer being able to beat. I beat them back then. Halo 2 on Legendary difficulty, not a chance that I could do that again. Not a chance in hell that today me could do that. But a game I revisited that wasn't able to beat back in the day that I couldn't beat now? No.
The other one that I gave up on was Final Fantasy X, and I gave up on it way earlier when I was a teenager. I played through until the first time you fight Sin, and I even as a teen at the time, with the jaded energy of a 40-year-old, went, "Oh, I see what's going on here," and I walked away.
You have brought to light a possible answer besides no. I wasn't playing, but I was part of a 2-man team that played Final Fantasy VIII, and I didn't beat it back in the day, and we didn't beat it now.
We beat Norg. That's basically the end game. That's not like the beginning of Disc 2.
I had the self-respect to leave.
And that's me at Final Fantasy X. I cannot stand Tidus's dialogue, especially his internal monologue, because it is, I don't know if you guys have ever, listened to some stuff. Tidus talking out loud is, "Hey guys, I'm Tidus. I love sports and I'm the main character." Tidus talking in his head is, "Hey guys, I'm Tidus and I love sports and I'm the main character."
It sounds like the voice actor was directed to make fun of the dialogue.
It's so jarring and awful, and I hate him. The rest of the cast has their boons and their flaws. The story is flawed. It's a good mechanical game. I love the way they treat summons in that game. I hate Tidus so fucking much.
Good. I remember summons in that game being fun and cool.
So I got to outside of a temple where you fight a big rock monster and was so exhausted I couldn't continue.
That's fair.
So that's not can't, that's just didn't, but those are not necessarily that different. Let's steal a question from your anonymous source (S end parentheses).
Yes, I do not wish to be caught, so I'm not telling you where I steal things from, and possibly this is multiple places. Possibly I've compiled my own list, stolen from different places, so as to not cross the stolen question felony threshold.
Wow, some of these are really deep. Here's a solid one. What is your comfort show or movie? I think this is an interesting concept because I don't really have those, but I'm going to let you lead if you think you can.
Sure. I think a solid entry for both of us is the Saint Young Men OVA.
Sure.
It is what we ring in the new year with every year. We only skipped 1 year since we started back in 2013.
2015.
Did we start that in 2015? It feels like it was...
No, it was earlier.
Yeah, it was... Okay.
Or later, rather. Yeah. Huh. It came out in 2015. I'm 90% positive.
Oh, okay. I believe you.
You know what? Actually, this is a great time for the viewer to go back to some of our earlier podcasts.
Yeah, we covered it in a movie homework.
Yeah, we did a movie homework year where we covered all of those guys. Check out those lists. Those are really fun podcasts. Usually I tell you, check out our old podcasts. Actually, wait, don't. No, those are good ones.
Yeah, they're fun.
Yeah, they're fun. You tell us. Go there, listen, tell us in the comments.
We watch it every year, and it is just a nice, comforting tradition for bringing in the new year in a way, in a spirit of calm friendship, much like Jesus and Buddha.
Yes. I agree with that. That feels more like a ritual to me, and I think the way most people treat comfort shows is like something they can watch multiple times a year, maybe running throughout the year. I'm not correcting you. I'm just saying how most people
and you know what? That's absolutely fair. In that sense, I don't got one of them. I might drill my own ears out.
I used to rewatch certain early Dan periods of Game Grumps. Super Metroid, NES Legend of Zelda. Those would be my big rewatches, but even those I don't do anymore. There are two things one could call the closest thing to comfort shows that I have. One is 80s and 90s commercials. I watch them in blocks.
Yeah, that's probably really close. That's probably almost exactly the kind of thing that people use comfort shows for.
I use it for white noise, comfortable white noise that I don't have to care about and occasionally delights me. And at this point, I've seen so many of them, if I hadn't seen them the first time, that now I'm familiar with them. So I do get that delight, even from, 81 commercials where I wasn't alive yet. Thing two is, since the pandemic, every year I have watched the first Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie.
I have seen that several times with him, not every time, but several times. It genuinely gets better every time I watch it. And that's
it shouldn't
weird.
have been that good.
It's weird that it gets
good. It should
good.
not. We should have had started with the quality of Secret of the Ooze and then gone to Turtles in Time. Yeah. There never should have been...
Secret of the Ooze is more the one that I remember from my childhood, but the first one's a better movie,
yeah,
and it's not close.
Solid film. All right, one more question from AEW Games. We have so many more of those. Drew, this is easy. Drew asks, if you could bring back a multiplayer game that has been shut down or lost its player base, which would it be and why? I assume that was Drew Carey from the Drew Carey Show. Thank you, Drew Carey. You are very funny, and congratulations on your dramatic weight loss.
What would you pick?
What would I pick? Marvel Heroes. I would pick... what the fuck was the name of that game?
Nosgoth.
Nosgoth. Yes, absolutely. I would pick Nosgoth.
I knew he was going to say Nosgoth.
Those are the two big ones. I can't think of anything else that's...
I would absolutely co-sign Marvel Heroes. There are still days when I long to be playing Marvel Heroes. I'm not even joking. And then also, this one's it's not for me, it's for a friend. Titanfall 2.
Yeah, the old version. Even I really liked Titanfall 2 before the big hack. And since it's come back, it's just not been the same.
Yeah, I want to bring peak Titanfall 2 gameplay back. I want that for a friend of mine.
Yeah, that sounds awesome, man. That's our show for the week. Do you have anything else you want to say before we start talking about people who are cool?
It's rough out there sometimes, folks. Keep on keeping on. This too shall pass.
I like to say it is a nihilistic take, but I find a lot of peace in nihilism. Everything is temporary. Good times, bad times, it's all temporary. If you're having good times, enjoy them.
Because they're not going to last forever.
They aren't going to last forever. If you're having bad times, don't worry. They'll go away eventually. That's a good sentiment. That's very kind of you. I am now going to segue like the carny that I am. You know who else is very kind? That is our trash elite, Dustin and Kitty Holbrook, and a guy from Ohio, Elite 2, Rob. Passion Killer 711, Drake Starstorm, DG, and Destru City KTL. You too could be kind by giving me $1. And I do thank all of you for listening, for watching, for sharing, for all the stuff I said in the completely ad-libbed ad read.
Which was very tight. You had that
Thank
down.
you. I tried to mimic the way I do it in previous episodes.
Yeah, I mean, it was on point.
Thanks, buddy. Anything you want to close the show out with to send a message of peace and hope and love and joy to the people out there in YouTube TV land?
Doomsday's gonna be good, y'all, I promise.